Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to add the ribbed band to an already finished hat. This hat was crocheted with king quilt Aran weight yarn and a 5mm H crochet hook. The entire hat was worked in joined turned rounds using the herringbone half double crochet stitch. The hat is very simple to make, and I will show you a few of the herringbone half double crochet stitches so that you can see how they were crocheted. So you yarn over your hook, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up one loop, and pull that same loop through the first loop on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the remaining loops. This stitch is very similar to a half double crochet stitch. And we're going to slip stitch in the first stitch to join for the last round. We'll switch to our 4.5mm crochet hook and start adding the band to the main hat pattern. So now with your 4.5mm hook, chain 11 stitches. Skip one chain, and in the next chain, in the back loop, that's the top loop if you're looking at the stitch, make one single crochet. Make one single crochet in each remaining chain back to the main hat. Now when you get back to the hat, you can see where we already worked into this first stitch. It has the slip stitch in it. We don't need to work into this stitch again. So we skip that stitch and we make one slip stitch into each of the next two stitches on the main hat. Chain one and turn your work to begin working back along the hat band section. Skip the two slip stitches in the main hat and work one single crochet in the back loop of each of these stitches in the hat band. In the last stitch, we're going to work one single crochet under both loops of the stitch, so not just the back loop, under both the front and back loop of that last stitch. Chain one and turn your work. You'll see that you have 10 stitches. Now work one single crochet in the back loop of each of the 10 stitches back to the main hat. Double check that you still have 10 stitches in your hat band. Then make one slip stitch into each of the next 2 stitches in the main hat. We repeat this all the way around the hat until you reach the end. Now for this hat, I have an even number of stitches in my final round of the hat pattern, so I will have 1 row at the end left over. So when we get back to the main hat and you have 1 stitch remaining in your main hat, I'll show you how to finish that up. If you have an odd number of rows, you'll be able to whip stitch the 2 edges of the hat band together at the end, but because I have that 1 extra row that I need to work, we'll end up in a different spot and there'll be a little gap, so I'm going to show you how to make a single row before we slip stitch to join. Now we've reached the 1 stitch at the end of the main hat. We're going to slip stitch into that last stitch, chain 1, and turn to work back along the stitches of the hat band. We're going to make 1 single crochet in the back loop of each of the first 9 stitches. And then 1 single crochet in that last stitch under both of the loops. Chain 1, Now turn and bring the edge of row 1 of your hat band together with that final row that you just worked. And we're going to slip stitch through these 2 rows together. So line up your stitches and working under the back loop of the last row that you made and the remaining loop of the foundation chain from the first row that you've made of the hat band, work 1 slip stitch for each of the 10 stitches across to the main hat. Chain 1 to finish off. We're going to snip the yarn and then weave in all of your ends. That's all there is to it. You can make this a rolled up brim or wear it down depending on the weather. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more free crochet tutorials and visit umbakadesignCrochet.com for more free crochet patterns. Have a great day.